Good morning, it's Rosalie with Can't Wait to Plan. How you guys doing? Okay, so I am making it's actually an urgent project. I completely forgot about it. My daughter is going to be going to a national dance competition in Florida very soon. And the dance team mom or the dance team teachers, they would like us to give them a letter of encouragement so that they can put it in their hotel room the evening that they get there before competition starts. So I have to rush through this, but I think I managed to have a little bit of time to make a quick video about it. So anyway, they are going to, so competition is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they're going to stay through Monday because on Monday they're going to go to Disney Resort, the Wild Animal Kingdom. And we already bought ticket and everything, so they're going to Orlando, Florida. Anyway, so I wanted to make a kind of wild animal park type card for her. So I found this 8.5 by 11. My mom used to scrapbook with 8.5 by 11 paper. So now that she has macular degeneration in her eyes, so poor mom, she's basically completely blind now. So she had gifted me all these that she does, and I don't do 8.5 by 11 scrapbooking at all. So I've been using it for cards and whatever. So I figure I use this, and I was thinking of like maybe a slimline card, but it turns out that where I could cut the paper with the best kind of mark is to cut right here. And I could go up here and make a square card, but then what if I wanted to use the rest of them here? I could easily cut out here and still maybe use this on the inside or something. I haven't decided yet. But so I actually decided to cut right there. So as you can see, I fussy cut it out, just, whatever. And I'm going to save this to maybe do something else with it on the inside. Now I kept the 8.5 by 11 completely, so that means that and I was thinking of doing like this, but then it's basically pretty boring, not very wild at all. So I picked up on these brown that's around the brown, the whatever on the images. And I found a piece of just, I don't know where it came from or what color or anything, cardstock in my stash, really nice dark brown. So I cut out a piece. So basically, I cut out a piece that I thought would mat it nicely like this. I don't want it too close like that. So a little bit of a gap. And that's what I did. So I did a piece of 5.5 by 5.5 by 8.75 just to give it a little bit of border. And then I was going to put it on a card base that's give it a little bit of a rim like that. I always like to have, I never like to do cards where I glue the thing flush right to the edge of it, because I always fear that things were gonna peel up, or the corners and stuff. So it's always nice to have a border, and it looks nicer anyway. So I was planning to do that. And then I realized that none of the paper I have an 11 by 17 nice paper in white. That is bigger, but on the cream base, and I tried the white and I didn't like it at all. This is that paper in white. It's actually very nice, thick. I love it. I just found it recently on Amazon, and this have so much cream in it, so it didn't look good at all. So I went to my normal card base thick cardstock that I use for that. So what I figure I could do is, and I'm doing all the card base and everything now, is I cut out a piece that is exactly just with a little bit of a perimeter there, which turned out to be this side here. Okay, so that's gonna be my card front. Did I do it the right way? I see I didn't do it the right way. I wanted just a tiny bit. So I need to trim a little bit more on the top there, because I just want a sliver. And maybe I trimmed the brown a little bit too. I wanted a little bit more. Oh no, that's perfect. So anyway, again, I don't have enough of a big piece of paper because normally we do 5 by 7, right? But as you may know, I've been collecting hunky-dory, and I know this is not hunky-dory, but I'm looking into bigger cards. It was just kind of fun. So I figure what I do, I took another piece of paper and I just cut it to the same size of the base, except it's a little bit taller. And then I went ahead and score it with my new scoring board that I just got. Check this out. It's so neat. I just got it from HSN. I didn't do a haul video yet, but it's the Weird Memory Keeper one, and I like it because it's a little bit different than these. What they do is they have a ridge. I don't know if you can see it, a ridge there, and then your bone folders or your scoring tools have a ridge, so it doesn't break. It doesn't break your paper at all. You just put it to where you want it to do, and then you just run this across. It doesn't break your paper. It gives it a nice, really cool ridge and everything. So I was super excited, and it came basically free because for the price, and I'll show it to you in my haul, in my HSN haul, the full kit. It came with a free, really nice pad of paper from American Craft, just cardstock. So anyway, so I did that, and that will allow me to, and what I was thinking of doing is to, once I put it together, as I'm going to glue this like this, once I trim it down the right size, I'm going to glue it to the card front here, like this, right? And then I will be able to hide the ridge with this piece, except just a tiny little bit here, which it won't really show because you're going to have it nicely glued down. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going to do, and I'll trim it from this side. I'll just do that from here first. So I'll be right back. Let me glue everything together here first on the card base, and then we'll talk about the making the front of the card. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So so I just used some double-sided tape, some strong tape, and I just taped it on the inside. And now when I put this over the top, as you can see here, it's going to cover that rim. Okay, now however, and then later on I can trim this side for, because I can do that afterwards. So what I wanted, but it looks so plain, a little bit so plain for a wild animal park type wild animal card, this cardstock here. So I just remember part of the same HSN Crafty Haul video that I didn't do yet. I got this really pretty, really cool, the brand new texture embossing folder. It's just 2-dimensional embossing folder, but it's 5 by 7. And if you remember, my card is a little bit bigger than that. My card is 5.5 by 8 7/5. Okay, with regard to the brown part. So, but I love the leopard print there. I thought that would make it really cool and teenagerish, and because my daughter is 16. So I was trying to figure out a way to. Now I am going to cover the bottom, so I don't need the bit in the bottom. So I could easily do it like this, right? You just go in and leave the bottom because that's going to be covered by the die cut, and then I just got to figure out here. So I tried it a couple of different times. I can show it to you here on this card. You see how there's the ridge right there, and in person, actually now that I did that. I had fun with some gilding wax or whatever. It doesn't show up as badly, but when it was plain without the gilding wax there, because I put the edge of this one on top of this one, it pressed down the impression or the raised part of that edge one. So I didn't like that. So what I ended up doing is I did this one, and then when I took it out, I just cut it right at the edge here on the paper. Okay, so that's what I did, and you'll see it here. So I did the impression here, and as you can see, so the paper was much longer, of course, as you can see, right? So it has this edge here, which is fine. And then when it came out, I cut it right where the embossing stopped, okay? And then I took the last little bit and I put it right at the edge again, because I wanted that border. I want the border that doesn't have the embossing. I put it right at the edge again, and I just emboss it that way. Okay, so that's all I did. And as you can see, it's for a two-dimensional embossing folder. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. And maybe you see better with the gilding wax. Now, after I did the gilding wax, I was really hoping, that was the first time I had played with it, and this is so old. It's like I think I got it from, it's called PBO or something. I got it on sale at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. I even cracked the lid when I dropped it one time, organizing it and stuff. And I thought for sure it was going to be like all dry up. It is gorgeous and delicious and still ready to go. So I did get the chance to play with it. It came out of my fingers pretty easily. So yeah, it was really good stuff. It didn't dry up at all. But what I found was, by the way, you just need a tiny little bit. It was like, what I found was it's just a little bit too strong for this photo. This photo, the color is not like super saturated, and also it just come too close to the skin tone of the lion and everything else. So I wanted a little bit more contrast. So I didn't use that. I'm gonna save it for later. So I end up I like it with basically just the embossed part of the brown the cardstock. Okay, now I had used I put double-sided tape. I actually used this one. This is the skinniest one I have, but I cut it in half with my thing, and I use it on here because with the embossing and then I'm going to put just glue in the middle. With embossing folder with the impressions and stuff, sometimes you can find it hard to get the glue to stay and so forth. So I just want to make sure that was okay. All right, and actually this looks good like that. If it actually fit, and so I put it on both sides. I'm going to glue it like right there. It may not fit, that may be why. Actually, it fits okay. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And let's go ahead and do that. I got to get my butt rolling here because, we got to give this to the teacher in about half an hour or something like that. Because we have a, my husband actually is going to, this is the first year they allow the parents to come. Originally, for many, many years, this was meant to be a 𝘊𝗵𝗋𝗄𝗽, a team building exercise. So parents are not supposed, oh my goodness, that was not straight at all. Oh God, Lordy Lord. So the parents are not supposed to come at all. But this year they let you go. I'm going to stay home because I have my, oh my gosh, I like totally messed up my card. I have that's okay. I have elder dogs, and so one of us have to stay home and take care of them. But we can buy like last year, we can purchase tickets that basically allow us to watch online everything, not just our girl dancing, but also oh, I forgot to use white glue in the middle. That's okay, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. This is pretty strong glue there, but for this one I'll try to put in some white glue to make sure that it stays. And then since this is for my daughter, if once she come home, if anything peels off, from the thing because of the embossing, then I can always glue it back, right? I do this with with my glue, because sometimes when it gets to the bottom of the bottle and stuff like that, or I used to use my fingers all over it, and I didn't like that. So I have a little cup right here. I put my thing in. I'm going to overlap it just a tad. It needs to be overlapped anyway, because I'm going to put a nice rich... Did I not cut this at the right size? My goodness. That would not be good. Yeah, I did. Okay. Cool. Coolio. Okay. Yep. Let's close the glue. All right. And now I also already got the glue strip. This is not very thick paper, so I didn't want to use wet glue for any of this stuff yet. I'll use a little bit of, what do you call it? Artsy Bear, berry art, or whatever, the wet glue. It's a barely art. That's a weird name. I keep thinking it's bear, the bear, you know, because it has a bear in their logo and everything, but no, it's not a bear. Put this away. Love this. Actually, all of the design that they include, there's a total of 12 set. HSN split it in 6 and 6 set of 6, and they were only, I'm trying to remember, they were only like $25 for the 6 folder or 5 folders or whatever. I thought it was a really good deal, because it's not three-dimensional. I actually sometimes don't like the three-dimensional so much, because they're kind of hard to go through the machine, you know, even the manual machine, the manual cutting machine, or the electronics. It's a little bit, it's just so thick, and so forth. So anyway, yeah, I actually really like this, although I need to get a new blade, the Fiskar finger thingy, to cut some of these. You know, you see these holes here, just because on the cream paper it was fine, but on this this dark brown paper, it shows up really well that there's too much white in the edges there. So I did use that too, and it works very nicely. Okay, I cannot tell where the glue strip is still there and where there isn't. Okay, I think I almost got all of them except this one. Okay, I think I got them up. One more. Some of these curve, that's why I kind of have to make it into smaller strip, and then I'll use a little bit of berry art to get the edges. You know, some of these tiny little leafy parts. Sorry, I don't know if I'm in frame or not, because I went down. I didn't stand up on the stool for me to see. I don't know how to set up where my iPad can sync up and look through what my phone is seeing through the camera. So I can't see when I'm in frame or not. So normally I have to stand up in a little step stool. But today, with doing this directly here, it's a little bit hard to do, standing up too high like that. So I apologize if I am not completely in frame. Let me check it real quick. Yeah, I'm okay. Actually, no, I'm good. Now I can stand up. When I stand up on this step stool doing some of the videos, man, I feel like a giant. I feel like a giant. Although I'm only 5'7". I think I've shortened. You know, as you age, don't you shorten? I feel like I've shortened quite a bit since, make sure it's center. Because I think you start to, your spine contracted or something. Oh, looks so nice, good. You see, so some of the white, most of the white is out. I left some of the tiny bitty one, but for the most part, it looks good. Forgot to get the glue here. Well, I did, but it dried up. Oh, you know why I didn't glue? Because I didn't pull the tape out. You silly girl. Right? Okay. Make sure all of the edges are good. I was hoping to be able to put three-dimensional on this, but the paper is so thin, and the fussy cutting was kind of hard there was so much detail in here. So I'm like, forget it. I'm not going to be able to pop this on 3D because, did I forget the paper here too? Oh, like, it's so hard to see. You know what they should do is make these, the paper behind the double-sided tape in a different color so that you can tell that you actually pull it off already, because now it's white on white and it's like, okay, I can't see. Did I pull off the tape behind or not? Okay, I think so. Here's not bad. I actually didn't do, I shouldn't have layered on top, but there was a tiny little gap, and the card was showing through, and I'm not sure why there was a gap. So anyway, I was thinking of trimming it down a little bit, but yeah, actually I probably should. All right, so now here I was going to put a sentiment that say, hear me roar, and with the ROAR in cap. So I will see what kind of alphabet I have on that. And then on the inside, you're supposed to have, write her a letter. So my husband will write one and I will write one. And I was thinking that perhaps I can go ahead and use the rest of these on, like maybe this one, I trim it, cut it, be right here. And this one will go, we'll probably have to do both like that because it kind of flushed right out. Oh no, I can fussy cut on here. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me trim it out. Okay, I'm back. That took a little while. So this is what we've got so far. You got the front, and then I fussy cut the rest of the 8.5 by 11. And this is what it looks like on the inside, because my husband is going to write his letter here for my daughter, and then I'm going to write down here. So I want a little bit of cuteness on the inside, okay? And then to put the front, I actually really wanted to use the word to do hear me roar, but I think to make it super like stand out, I don't think I have space, so we're gonna just do roar. And I've tried a couple of different alphas. I really wanted just the letter, the cutout alphas, to spell out the word roar, but several of the one I was hoping to work, you know, that has some of the coloring of these image did not work. So at the end, I found this is actually an iron art that works for fabric, but it doesn't matter. And the sizing and everything is good, and the gold is nice too. So I took out, and it has, you know, it has several of each word, each letter, not just one of each, right? Some of them is like that. So I put, I actually don't even know if there's any glue in there, but it's an iron-on, so I'm sure you're supposed to do heat, but I actually wanted to do it with, I wanted to pop it up anyway. So I already took some phone tape and put it in the back. So let's spell it out. Man, I got glue everywhere. And so on. So I was thinking of just doing that, right? I thought that should be super cute there. Maybe on that side, or should we do center? I think I wanted to start where that edge is, so that way it hides it a little bit, and then it can be skew a tad on the side. Okay, and so yeah, the smallest foam tape I has is still 3mm, which is too wide for these letters. So I actually had to cut it in third, even smaller than third, to get it to fit correctly. So I'm gonna go find some, like, I don't know if they have 1mm foam tape, probably not, or maybe 2mm foam tape. I think I did buy some from Hunky Dory that's 2mm, so I have to find it. It's on the roll, on a roll. So I'm gonna see how that look like. Okay, I mean to see if I can pull that out and see if that's how much smaller that is, but I think I might have bought it. I'm not 100% sure. I think I bought some red tape. That's oh, you know what? Those were the red tapes. That's 2mm. I don't know. I have to do a research on that. If any of you know if where you may find thin, like not thin meaning the thickness of the foam, but thin meaning the width of the you know, the like the width here from there to there of one strip. I'd like it to be a third of this, like this. You see how that's like a good size right there. All right, I'm gonna have to stick my head in here just a tad, just to make sure that it's all clear up. Yep, I really gotta hurry because we still have to write the letter, and I don't know why. You know what? I think I'm just gonna not give it to them tonight because my husband's gonna be flying on the plane with the person who's collecting these letters because they don't need it until the evening of the first night. So it's not like we're gonna see them. So I think that gives me a little bit more time to write the letter. I don't want to just, you know, I want to do a nice letter for her. Okay, is that straight? Doesn't look straight. I should have used my ruler, my T ruler, but that's okay. All right, let me check, make sure I'm still in frame. Pretty. And then I was looking for some other embellishment. I mean, raw was one idea, but I thought maybe to give something that's just very encouragement words. And these I got from Little Birdie for like, I don't know, 80 cents or something. And I saw one, this one is a little bit too light, you know. So this side, make it happen, that's good too. But the best one is You've Got This, because she's always a little insecure. So I added, so cute, I added an extra piece of foam tape in the middle, and I was thinking of just doing it down here. I could do it on the inside too, but I think it's, what do you guys think? On the inside here somewhere, or just down here? You know, I think I'm gonna do it on the inside. I think that's pretty, like, I'm gonna do it right here. You know, there's a lot of yeah, okay. So that's that, and then I'm gonna finish it with some gemstones, perhaps right there. I didn't even grab it. So let's see, since I just got this in and therefore it's right. I think I have some nice hunky-dory one that I just got in from one of my haul recently. So, and then this gold metal sort of matched the you know, this lettering. So I thought maybe like do ... You know, what do you think about that? That could be kind of cute. I don't like to do it with that. Almost like an exclamation point, but not exactly. That way it looks a little bit more center. Oh man, it's really Not straight at all. Gotta go feed my dogs too. Man, so many things to do. Okay, so dot, dot, dot like that. And maybe just a few on this side and a few on the inside. There's some kind of word here, say PA or something right there. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I saw that the Poke tool from Hunky Dory has a flat side that you can scoop up your gems from the sheets. So I may pick that up down the line when they have a sale or something, because that's kind of cool to have it on the other side of your Poke tools. And maybe a few on the inside. This one have some pink that goes with that. That's okay. So maybe we'll do a couple on the butterfly, even though it is not pink. That's all right. Staying with gold as a gold star. Maybe just a few here. Kind of separating my husband's letter and my letter with some more rhinestone here. Some more metal studs. That's because my husband, he's a stud. Okay. Yeah, my husband has really nice handwriting. Man, I wish my handwriting is like that. It's like really nice handwriting. So easy to read and everything. Okay, I think 3 is nice, but I feel like it's a little, I don't know, a little short or something. So if I want to be kind of more like a line, I have to add a couple more. So we'll do 5. How is that? Okay, that's it. Yay! And I think I even have an envelope that fits. This is kind of like a little bit bigger than 6 by 8 though. Yeah, maybe I don't have one. If I have to make one, that's fine. That's easy enough. Okay, so that is my card for my beautiful daughter for her national dance competition in Orlando, Florida. And I just have to add my own little handmade thingy, handmade little tags on here. I usually say handmade by mommy, but this card is blank, so we'll just add one of my label. This is my website right here. RD Fashion Boutiques. It's actually Fashion Obsessions, I think. I don't know. I'm so bummed about my website. I just got to do something else because it's giving me all kind of trouble. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good time watching me struggle through this a little bit. It's actually turns out to be a super fast card because I completely forgot about it. But in any case, I hope you enjoy and have some ideas for some larger cards. You know, use some of the 8.5 by 11 paper that you may have, some old one. You know how the old ones and so forth. I have tons of that. Anyway, you guys have fun. I will talk to you later. Bye.